जैसे लोग बोलते हैं कि जो ट्रांस लोग होते हैं उनको जॉब्स नहीं मिलती, उनके लिए बहुत हार्ड टाइम होता है, उनको बहुत सफर करना पड़ता है हर एक चीज के लिए। इस जमाने में वो चीज इजी हो गई या इंसान के लिए, या वो चीज अभी भी उस चीज के लिए हार्ड है?
यार आई फील लाइक बहुत हार्ड है डेफिनेटली. इट्स नॉट चेंज्ड एज मच एज वी वुड लाइक टू थिंक. यू नो, ये है कि कॉन्वर्जेशंस होते हैं अभी, ठीक है, इन कॉलेजेस, एट वर्क प्लेसेस, थैंक्स टू पीपल लाइक यू. बट हैज दैट ट्रांसलेटेड टू पीपल गेटिंग जॉब्स? नो. I'll give you an example. For myself as an actor, right, we are not cast in biological female roles or in cis female roles. Casting directors are still very reluctant to do that. And sometimes I understand that it doesn't fit. But many of us can comfortably do it without it being an issue at all. And trans roles are not written very often compared to other characters or whatever. So, you are told before you enter only that dekho, it's going to take time. And I have made my peace with that. And even if you get the job, to sustain that job, that is even more difficult. To be comfortable at that workplace, is there discrimination? Is there a policy to protect you? Are there washrooms that you can use comfortably? Are people harassing you or not? If that starts to happen, then you can't stay in that job now for more than however long. This is why I think representation is so important, okay? I remember when, Made in Heaven came out, for example, all of my professors messaged me saying, good job. And what I realized is if there is a medical student then in that college who comes out, it's going to be a different experience. And that is how these things will change over time. But time to lagega, It's slow, but it happens. And it's your responsibility also, not just us in the public eye or as an activist. If someone calls someone a chakka or someone uses language that's derogatory towards trans people or cracks a homophobic joke, or if you have a queer friend who is maybe gay or dealing with something, make sure that they're safe now. Make sure that they're not being bullied or being isolated.
ऐसे कौन से राइट्स है जो बहुत ज्यादा मैंडेटरी है उनके लिए, और ऐसी कौन सी चीजें जो हम लोग बदल सकते हैं ताकि फिर उनको कंफर्टनेस और सारी चीजें सेम मिल जाए?
One small example. In the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act, there is a part of that act which says the punishment for sexually harassing or physically harassing a trans person is 6 months to 2 years maximum. For a biological woman, it's 10 years to maximum life imprisonment. So do you see how there's a obvious disparity where why is it that my body does it have lesser value or something, that if someone assaults me, the perpetrator should not be punished as severely as someone who does it to a biological female or a cis woman? That's insane, Marriage equality is not a thing in the country. If you're transgender on documents or if you're homosexual, you can't get married, right? And if you can't get married, then you can't take medical decisions for your partner. Insurance will not extend to your partner. Taking a home loan together becomes an issue. Changing my passport was the worst thing I've had to undergo with any documentation, because you have one person sitting in front of you and they'll be like, you're a woman, really? You have any proof? And sometimes there's a man sitting opposite you, okay? And you can just tell that they're being creepy and they're just asking things just for the sake of it, maze ke liye, to be like, oh ma'am, what's between your legs? And it just, those conversations can be so strange because you also want your passport. So get it done. So there's a lot that needs to change.
What advice would you give to a young queer folk who is studying in college or school and is getting bullied? How should they tackle it?
If I were someone that was young and dealing with my queerness, I would say the online space is actually wonderful now, in the sense that you can reach out to a free counselor or a free professional online, if not offline. Seek a little bit of support because they're at your disposal. Another great thing to do is build community outside of this toxic space, which is what I did. At a time when my classmates and teachers didn't quite get it, my closest friends became a lot of people I know on Instagram. It's very easy to feel isolated, but you're not alone, and it does get a lot better. lots better. And even if you don't believe it, it's good to hear it gets better.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think if there's anything that you should take away is be a ally, be kind to the people around you. If you see someone struggling, show up for them, and in any capacity. And I hope that the same love and kindness is also extended to you if you're going through something. Thank you, Trinetra. You are just such a force of light. You have so much honesty. I think there is a certain amount of bravery and courage that it takes to be yourself and move through the world, being so authentic to who you are as a person. And it is something that all of us can learn something from. So thank you so much for being who you are. Really, it's always just inspiring to sit in a room with you. And just also like stunning because you always look so incredible.
Hello, I'm Vicky Kaushal. There's every group has the funny guy or the funny girl. They are the worst comedian in the world. The life of the party is never a comedian. Sitting in the corner looking at the life of the party saying, what a fucking... that's the comedian. My friend and I had a crush on the same girl, but I never told him. Now they are dating and I have to third wheel with them.
Wow.
Bro, you wait until she's sad one day. I don't know if your parents not being proud of what you're doing doesn't mean that your parents aren't proud of who you are. It's possible that they're very proud of the person you are and maybe not proud of the choice you just made. Please, at all times in your life, understand the difference between connection and engagement. They are two very, very, very different things. 1,000 likes doesn't mean anybody cares about you. But one person at your doorstep means that they care about you more than those 1,000 people.
I wanted to actually come to that and ask you, when did you, Veed, start embracing stupidity as a something that
When I started getting paid for it.
This is for you all. I hope that it helps you in some way. You are not alone. You are never alone. As we have established, there's always someone to help. If there are not people in your life, there are resources online that I'm going to talk about. So if you're going through something, there is a Brave Together website.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share.